Eamonn Holmes says I hated him as he opens up on feud before split from Ruth. Eamonn Holmes has spilled the beans about his past encounters with celebrities, revealing he hated Donny Osmond before meeting him and had a run-in with David Cassidy. During a chat on GB News, Eamonn Holmes confessed that he wasn't a fan of Donny Osmond until they met in person. He also shared a story about an encounter with the late singer David Cassidy. While chatting with Paul Coit and Ellie Costello on GB News, Eamonn reminisced about these experiences. Going into more detail, Eamonn began, "I have never had a nosebleed in my life, except I did once, right? It was gushing like a tap." "Not over Donny?" Paul questioned as Ellie asked. "Not over Joan Collins." "Over Donny," Eamonn confirmed before continuing. "It was gushing like a tap and Donny was hosting this show called, I think it was the Pyramid Game. He walked into my dressing room and I was bleeding and freaking out into the sink, and I got this pat on the head, and he said, 'Hey buddy.'" Paul and Ellie burst into laughter as the sports reporter asked, "Say that again." "Hey buddy," Eamonn repeated before adding, "Hey buddy, don't worry, and he was doing all of this to me and he said to me, 'This happens to me all the time.'" Gogglebox star snaps back over weight loss transformation with 5-word comment. By Taboola, "He was probably lying, but anyway, it made me feel very good, and I felt guilty because when I was 14, I hated him. And he turned out to be really nice." Ellie chimed in as Eamonn responded, "There was him and there was David Cassidy. David Cassidy was not a very nice man at all, but Donny Osmond, the nicest bloke." He wrapped up by saying, "I say that but I have had a run-in with Cassidy," which was echoed by his co-star Paul, who piped up with, "So have I." The revelation came shortly after Eamonn and his wife Ruth Langsford shared their decision to part ways. BBC Radio 2 star Mark Goodear's life saved by wife and daughter by Taboola. Louise Redknapp seen kissing new man Drew at Glastonbury by Taboola. Football star suddenly dies aged 26 leaving fans shocked by Taboola. Junior undergoes public with famous girlfriend as he celebrates 19th birthday by Taboola. TV sweethearts Eamonn and Ruth are heading in different directions, and while Ruth hasn't returned to her seat on the Loose Women panel, Eamonn has resumed his GB News duties, thanking fans for their support during this time. Eamonn expressed his gratitude with, "Just before we move on, we just like to thank people for your support for Ruth and I over the last few days as to the news of our separation. Your support for both of us is very much appreciated." Ruth Langsford's friends ready to help her navigate scary dating scene after Eamonn Holmes split. It comes after her ex has been linked to another woman who has said she is in it for the long haul. Ruth Langsford is said to be considering dating again following her split from Eamonn Holmes. Sources close to the Loose Women star, 64, said she previously had no desire to meet someone else, but she has had a change of heart. At first, she had no desire to start dating again, but she's beginning to change her mind, an insider told OK magazine. She hasn't dated in so long, so has no idea where to start, but lots of her friends are ready to help her. They've suggested dating apps, but she's not keen on that, and would prefer to be set up on a date. It's very scary for her, but she's allowed to have fun again and live her life. The Standard has contacted a representative for Ruth Langsford for comment. It comes after Holmes has been linked to relationship counselor Katie Alexander, 42, whom he has been spotted with several times over the last 12 months, including being pictured at his home. She has reportedly told friends that she is in it for the long haul. Langsford and GB News broadcaster Holmes, 64, sent ripples through the showbiz world in May when it was announced they were planning to divorce after 14 years of marriage and 27 years together. Issue made a joint statement. A spokesperson for the former couple, who share one grown-up son, said, "Ruth Langsford and Eamonn Holmes have confirmed their marriage is over and they are in the process of divorcing." Holmes and Langsford worked together for years on ITV's This Morning show and were well known for their affectionate bickering, which often happened right in front of the cameras. Ruth Langsford issues poignant family update as she thanks fans after Eamonn's split. Fans have rallied around Ruth Langsford with support for her beloved pooch Maggie amid her split with Eamonn Holmes. Ruth Langsford has taken to Instagram with a highly anticipated update on her collie cross Maggie, who recently underwent an operation. The ITV star, who is currently divorcing her estranged husband, presenter Eamonn Holmes, previously revealed her beloved pooch was forced to go under sedation. On Thursday, Ruth shared that the medical procedure was to remove a little wart. Thankfully, the canine's appointment was a success as the Loose Women star shared a clip of Maggie with a shaved area on her back and some stitches. Taking to her story, the 64-year-old issued a heartwarming update and thanked fans for their concern. Alongside a sweet video of Ruth lovingly stroking Maggie under her chin, she wrote, "Maggie is doing very well after her little op yesterday. Thanks for asking." The dog was adopted by Eamonn and Ruth back in 2011, and the former couple featured her regularly on their Instagram accounts. Maggie was also reported to be like a second child to them. However, since their split announcement, the pair have reportedly faced disputes over custody of their pet. It was said that they have had difficult conversations about who will keep Maggie, as a source claimed. Maggie is like a daughter to them. They dote on her. But she's getting on and they know she needs stability, the insider told The Sun. It's a case of who can give her that. Eamonn adores her and Maggie's been such a support during his health woes. They added, the thought of giving her up is heartbreaking to him. But if Ruth is able to get out and about and walk her more, then it may well be that she gets Maggie in the split. Earlier this year, Eamonn detailed the unconditional love he feels for Maggie and the happiness she brings to his life, and said, "I genuinely have never experienced affection like it.